guys, it's me, Hannah Payne, and I'm back with another read-along video called Beauty and the Beast. So, previously in the 11th chapter, Beauty's sisters, Rain and Elsie, accused Beauty because it was her fault, because she didn't even shed a tear. But she did, however, have empathy for her father by giving her a hug. And we know that Beauty cares for her father, but her sisters don't, and her brothers do care for their father. So without further ado, let's head over to the 12th chapter. Chapter 12, Beauty's Decision. The reason I am not crying is because Father won't die on my behalf, Beauty said firmly. The Beast has asked for one of his daughters, and I will go to save Father's life. That is how much I truly love him, Beauty said. Beauty's brothers suddenly stepped forward. No, Beauty, it is not you or Elsie or Rain or Father who will return to the Beast's castle. We will go, Claude said bravely. Yes, Claude and I will go there and kill the Beast or die in the effort, exclaimed Harry courageously. Why should any of us suffer for Beauty's folly? Why should any of us suffer for Beauty's folly? Rain asked while Elsie shook her head in agreement. That is impossible, my sons, the merchant said, wringing his hands. Then one of us will go in your place, Claude proposed. Yes, said Henry again, strongly. There is no way to outdo the Beast. He has powers you cannot begin to imagine, their father said. He would only accept my promise of sending a daughter. I am old and have lived a long time. My only regret is not being able to spend the rest of my days with all of you. I will return to the castle in 3 months as I promised. I cannot accept Beauty's selfless offer, and I will not sacrifice my sons of the whims of this creature. Beauty was deep in thought, overwhelmed by that was all happening. Father, she said resentfully, you may go to the castle, but you cannot stop me from following you there. I will accompany you one way or the other, since it was my wish for a rose that put you in this dreadful situation. Beauty's father and brothers tried to convince her to change her mind, but she would not listen to them. Only her sisters rejoiced at the thought of her imprisonment in the Beast's castle, since they were so jealous of her. Later that evening, when the merchant went into his bedroom, he saw the chest filled with treasures sent from the Beast's castle. Until that moment, he had forgotten all about it. The Beast has kept his word, and so I must keep mine. When the time comes, he said sadly. At first, he decided not to tell his children about the chest, because they would want to return to town if they thought they were again very rich. He wanted to remain in the country. He called Beauty into his room and entrusted her with his secret. Beauty, at what the beast sent home with me, he said, lifting handfuls of gold and silver coins and gems from steps. Beauty could not believe her eyes. We must keep this hidden from your brothers and sisters. For the time being, he said. Beauty told her father that gentlemen had been calling on Elsie and Rain. She did not resent her sisters and truly wished them happiness. She told her father that it would be best to let them have their fortunes and be married. The merchant saw the wisdom in this and agreed. At the end of 3 months, Beauty and her father prepared for the journey to the Beast's castle. Rain and Elsie had their fortunes and would soon be married. Her brothers would stay in the country for the time being before parting from their sisters. Elsie and Rain rubbed their eyes with onions to fake tears. "Oh, dear sister, how we'll miss you!" Elsie moaned dramatically. "Be careful, my dear." "Be careful, dear Beauty," Rain said, sighing half-heartedly. Beauty's brothers hugged her warmly and wished her and their father a safe journey and eventual return to their home. Bravely, Beauty did not express sorrow at the thought of what her future held. She didn't want to add to her family's anxiety or her own. What do you think will happen next? We'll find out in the 13th chapter of Beauty and the Beast. And so, this is all for this video. And I'll read you all next week on Monday. And I'll see you next time.